Well, I want to thank you all for inviting me today, all the way from sunny Southern California. We're here to talk about securing data, securing organizations, their crown jewels, and certainly all the end users and their devices. There's really basically a four-step process here we're looking at. And the first step is very important. It's securing, it's authenticating, providing endpoint security, providing full assessment, and full abolishment. Now, I'm saying a lot, but let me explain that. In today's world, remote access, authentication, security, securing data really reigns supreme. And the whole trick, the whole key is allowing organizations and users to get to their data in a very secured way, but in a very easy way. It's got to be simple. If it's not simple, people simply are not going to want to use the process. So we've developed a way in which we can provide extensive security, easy for anyone, anywhere, anytime, on any device, with no software. So that's the key. There's nothing to install, there's nothing to download, there's nothing you need to do. You need to have a browser, and you need to have your authentication methods, what we call access methods, which we've provided on the screen. You can see the different access methods we have. Now, some of the advantages you're going to have over anybody else is the fact that Direct Authenticator is the only product that provides 8 different access methods. Access methods to access your data, your customer relationship management software, your document management systems, with a very easy to use drag and drop functionality that far surpasses Dropbox and Sky, products like that. But it has to be easy. So what we provided that you can see on the screen is a access method portal, which we call a drop-down cafeteria style of authentication. And let me explain that. Convenience. Some people, most people today, will carry around a smart device. It could be a tablet, it could be a smartphone. In fact, probably most people leave their homes today without their wallet in favor of their phone, because now your phone is becoming everything. It's your communicator. You can also transfer funds from your phone. You can also use your phone as a charge card in a lot of cases today. Take Starbucks, for instance, who just got hacked, by the way, this morning, right? Not a good idea without the right authentication, without the right security. So if you have your phone, it becomes something that you have, something that you know. It's a two-factor process. Something that you have is your device. Well, something that you know happens to be a PIN number, a personal identification number, similar to what you use with your ATM card. The difference is, I'm going to ask you, when was the last time you changed your PIN number on your ATM card? Maybe never. That's not too secure. With our system, you have the availability of changing your PIN number anytime you'd like without going to a bank or calling customer service at Bank of America trying to change a PIN number. That can take forever. What we've provided is a two-factor strong authentication method that now allows you to take your phone, access the portal. There'll be a OTP, or a one-time password, that will come to your phone through an SMS that you would input into the system as your second factor. So your first factor is putting in your Active Directory or whatever other LDAP you may have credential. Okay, I'm going to log in. Okay, so I've just authenticated. We talked about the portal, And we talked about bolting on the two-factor strong authentication to web-enabled applications. So now that I've authenticated, I'm into my SSL VPN, and this really takes the place of Citrix and takes the place of Juniper with a lot more strength. So these applications are called web apps. And I can have hundreds of applications if I want to in my portal. And again, they're available anywhere, anytime with authentication, but I have single sign-on invoked on some of these, and some of these I don't. You can pick and choose what applications you'd like to have for single sign-on. However, everything in here is under the auspices of endpoint security and also full abolishment. So when I'm done with the session, everything gets abolished. But things like my home federal bank, my secure file share, even my QuickBooks, this is really huge with accounting firms. If you're an accounting firm, most likely you're using QuickBooks, and most likely a lot of these accounting firms are using QuickBooks Online, which they hate because of the latency. There's not real security involved in that. We now take what we call QuickBooks Secure ID. We put it in the portal, where now everyone's going to need to authenticate to get to that. And you're going to have your QuickBooks now available anywhere, anytime online, but fully secured with no latency. The second factor would be that of putting your OTP into the screen and then authenticating that you are who you say you are. And how that works is if I took James' phone, don't want to pick on you, James, but if I took your phone and I wanted to authenticate with James' phone and try and clone James, well, something I have is his phone, but something I don't know is his PIN number. Now, along with that, it's no good if you don't have denial of service. So what we've set as a default is after the 5th try of trying to spoof his PIN number, my service will be denied because we would have had detected a possible compromise or breach. Because if you can't remember your PIN number 5 times in a row, I'd say there's a problem. Same thing with the MasterCards that I think, James, you received, okay? You received the new Click card. We now are coming out with these MasterCards, okay? With a little display in the window right here with a pin pad. Also on the back of the card is your mag stripe, and this would be good for retail purchases. It will give you the last 5 different transactions you've had and a balance in your account, but also your network access card. Same thing, pin pad. If I try to take James' MasterCard and I'm trying to conduct a transaction, whether it be online, because we now protect online, eBay, e-commerce, also ATM machines, after the 5th try, it's going to deny service. When that happens, we're going to contact the provider, if it's Bank of America, whoever your bank is, and the cardholder. James, in this case, it would be you. Right. So you'll get a call from us saying, or the perso, saying, James, are you in New Mexico? Well, no, I'm here in Duluth, Georgia. Funny, because your card happens to be New Mexico. So we're going to deny service. We're going to track, because we have the ability now to collect hair and fiber type forensics. So everything about you, everything about your access is all being recorded, including the sessions that you conduct. It's like having a video camera in the corner of the room. Every step you take, every move you make is now being recorded. We can play it back in real-time mode. That's the difference with our product. It's real-time mode. It's not 2 hours after the fact. It's like somebody robbing your house, then in 2 hours, let me call the police. It's too late. They're gone. They took what they wanted. Not here, because we're going to deny service. James will have another card out to you within 24 hours that we've detected a possible breach. Your card now has been completely revoked, and that's the term we use is revoked. It's completely revoked. and you'll get a new card within 24 hours. Okay? Same thing outside the card, same thing with your phone. Okay? The way it looks, and I think, James, we have a PSL version of this as well that I think you downloaded, but this is it. Okay, this is our development of our, I hope you can all see that. It's our pin pad authentication. Okay. We also have now in this what we call quick response as well. If you've ever heard of quick response or QR, we're able now to work with QR. We can take your OTP that this generates. Let me generate one for you. Let me put in, well, this isn't seeded, but if I seeded it, I would just simply put in my number, and then it would generate an OTP. I would just need to hold this up to the QR. It's going to then read the OTP and authenticate that you are who you say you are. So now when you download your PSL token, we've included that QR response. It's in there. So it'll be able to read QR. But after the 5th try, it's going to ask me for my PIN number. Well, after the 5th try again, if I can't key in the right PIN number, then we're going to revoke your seed. Because remember, when you download that token from the App Store or Google Play, it's now going to come with its own embedded seed record. That seed record is matched to your ID and Active Directory. So if we detect after 5 tries that it's the wrong PIN, well, then that seed will be completely revoked. Then we're going to contact you to tell you that there has been a potential breach or compromise to your network. And we're going to then, with our hair and fiber type forensics, we're going to find who the perpetrator is. And because it's in real-time mode, we can now gain a conviction because we can prove it.
For more information, please contact Peniel Solutions at www.penielsolutions.com.